Next we will discuss tactile array sensor. The working of tactile array sensors, which is very similar to tactile sensors. So a tactile array sensor is a special type of force sensor composed of a matrix of force sensing elements. So it's contain a group of force sensing elements. So it's known as tactile array sensor. The force data provided by the type of device may be combined with the pattern recognition technique to describe the number of characters about the impression contacting the array sensor surface. So it can tell the object size, shape, etc. So these information can be obtained by the tactile array sensor. So what are the uses? It can detect the presence of an object. So it's a force sensor is a type of tactile sensor. By using this sensor we can identify the presence. Then it can use to identify objects contact area, shape, location and orientation. So these informations are additional. So yeah, this additional information can be obtained using tactile array sensor. Since it's a pressure sensor, it can identify or measure the pressure and pressure distribution. Then force magnitude and location. So very useful sensor for the robotic application. Then these tactile sensors can be mounted in the fingers of the robot gripper, because the robot want to identify or measure the size and shape of object. So pick and place object is doing through fingers. So this type of sensors are arranged in the fingers, or it can attach to a work table as flat touch surface. So object can place on this table, then we can identify the size and shape and force. So there are two mechanisms. First mechanism is we can integrate into finger, or we can use a flat surface. Now let's see one simple working. So this is the diagram. So here force sensing pads A and B are two pads which is attached to robotic finger. Then this A and B contains some matrix or group of sensors. When I pick an object, this size and shape information will be displayed in the pattern. So two patterns are set up in the both sides. It will display some kind of information. So device is typically composed of an array of conductive elastomer pads. This device is typically composed a set of conductive pad. As each pad is squeezed, its electrical resistance changes in response to the amount of deflection in the pad. This deflection is proportional to the applied force. So when it squeezed, the resistance change. When the resistance is changed, it is directly proportional to applied force. So by measuring the resistance of each pad, information about the shape of the object can be determined. So it's very useful to identify the size and shape of the object. So it's contain group of sensors or a array of sensor. For example, if it's contain a 8 by 8 matrix, it's contains 64 pressure sensitive pad. This information can be fed into a CRT monitor. The CRT monitor will display what kind of object or its size and shape, etc. So you can improve the resolution by increasing the number of sensors. As the number of pads in the array is increased, the resolution of the display information improves. So these all are about tactile sensor array. So from these videos we have discussed force sensor. Then methods for sensing force sensor, they are force sensing wrist, joint sensing, and tactile array. Okay, thank you.